Here from our solar system is the third planet from the Sun, and we call it Earth. Earth is something special. It's the only planet that supports life. Habitats have been created, allowing life to flourish, and some species thrive. This is something very special, not just for us, but the entire ecosystem around here, in our living planet. This is truly a celebration of life on Earth. Our planet is mostly called the blue planet because it's covered in bodies of water. And there's one place that has large bodies of water: the oceans. Oceans are so massive that they can support large quantities of life. Here in California, sea lions are busy lounging in a hot afternoon day. Here, the whale isn't about on the coast. Here, there'll be nothing not to do here. But the oceans have a different story. Sardines are on the way. They stick together for company and togetherness against predators. Sardines mean only one thing: it is the start of a herring run. This will be a great feast. Since they don't have to work like us, they can do this all day without rest. Out to the face, it's back to the beach. And back to lounging. Meanwhile, the neighbors, sea otters, spend most of the time in the oceans floating. They're very busy foraging for food, such as clams. Even though clams might be delicious, he's also foraging for other food too, which help maintain the ecosystem. Once he's finished with the clams, he's back to work. The kelp forest is one of the most mysterious kingdoms underwater. Some species remain hidden, hard to find. However, it does have a problem. It has become overpopulated by sea urchins. If it gets out of control, then the species will perish. So animals have to do the best they can to maintain the ecosystem, get rid of the urchins. All you have to do is pick the right one for you. Once you get one, bring it back up to the surface. By spinning it around a little, you have to get into the prickly spines, which can be trickier, but as I know urges before. And they're quite delicious too. After you finish the first one, turn it down and get another one. Eating urchins is good, not only for you, but for the entire ecosystem. Without sea otters, the urchins really crowded the kelp forest, and these species will soon be extinct. Oceans might be massive and there might be enough food to go around, but sometimes there might be food shortages, and it can make some species starve, even to death. Sometimes you have to think smart on what you're planning next. And that's what some animals in the oceans do. Sometimes it's worth the journey. A male humpback whale on his way to the summer feeding grounds where he once lived. Once he arrives, he'll have more food to go around along with the other whales. Humpback whales are known to travel long distances. They're migratory animals, traveling from one place to the next. He plants are made in the winter, while the females have their calves in the fall. Right now, he's focusing on getting food at the summer, and that's where he's heading, to the feeding grounds. Since they are big animals, he needs other crow he can take, even fish. Water is important to all living creatures, for all life on Earth, even us humans. While the oceans consider the habitat of large bodies of water, there are also other habitats that support water too, like fresh water. Water is especially important for everything around here on our planet. But imagine a world without water. In fact, there is one. This is Namibia in Africa. It's one of the desert habitats on Earth. Here in the desert, there's nothing but sand, a few grass, but no trees. Here, life is harsh. And it seems like nothing might live here with the sun being down really hard and very less water to go around. There's still some, but not a lot left. But apparently, life plows on the best it can, even without water. Sometimes, you have to take chances or make smart decisions, like most animals are right now. Now's the time to adapt in one of the harshest conditions on Earth. Elephants travel together to search for food. The matriarch leads the way, hopefully a sign of food and water. However, they're not the only ones in search for food. Orcs are on the move too. Desert lions are also on the prowl too. Searching for food is difficult in the desert. However, if they're lucky, an elephant calf might get separated by its mom. However, the moms are right on guard. So the lions had no choice but to let them pass and search for food elsewhere. The search has gone on for hours and hours, but still no sight. The matriarch knows where she is heading. She knows there must be a sight somewhere. Finally, a sight. Distant trees means water. She has led them to a special place where hopefully food will be available. She knows this place when she was a calf, guided by her mom. Hopefully, there should be enough food. However, there is a problem. The riverbed is fully dried up, meaning no water. And worst of all, the tree's leafy branches are no use either, since there are no leaves left. All that traveling for nothing. After seeing this is not useful, the matriarch knows she has no choice but to move on. There has to be more food elsewhere besides this. A formidable ball seems to have a solution. He can reach the canopy and reach the leaves that are still green. The matriarch has known him for all her life and has turned to him for help before. Now, the problem is clearly fixed. This herd has survived here because the knowledge passed down from generation to generation. And thanks to intelligence, they managed to find a solution to their problem. Hopefully, this will keep them full for at least a few weeks, depending on how long the drought will go.